Hi, I'm Jessica, coming to you live from Nautilus Mission Control at the Inner Space Center in Rhode Island. We're very excited to be joined today by student Argonauts Hilary and Jacob and teacher Argonaut Romeo. They're currently in the control van on board the Nautilus, which just completed a transit from Malaga, Spain to Trapani, Italy. For the next 20 minutes or so, they'll be answering your questions live. So if you have any questions for them, feel free to type them in along with your name and the state where you live using the box to the right of the screen. Also keep in mind they are about 5,000 miles away, so there'll be a slight delay between my question and their answer. All right, let's get started. Now, before I take any questions from the audience, I wanted to ask you guys what you've been up to so far on the Nautilus. Hilary, why don't you start us off?
Well, what we've been up to so far is learning about ROVs and Hercules and Argus and how they work them and like the tour of the ship, and it's been pretty fun so far.
Yes, as Sylvia said, that's all we've been doing, and it's been really fun. It's pretty cool too.
Well, we've been playing a lot of practical jokes on each other and making fun of each other's faults. You know, I'm not gonna mention somebody slipping and falling right now, but.
Well, I hope nobody got hurt while all those jokes were played. So I've got the first question coming in from the web audience. It is, what has the weather been like?
Well, the weather has kind of been good and bad, kind of good and bad waves, and it's been pretty sunny over here so far.
Awesome. Well, the next question, what is the most interesting capability of Hercules? Jacob, why don't you take that one?
The most interesting capability of Hercules, I would say, is the raptor arm, which is controlled from here in the control van when they're down underwater, and they actually have a arm manipulator, which they can hold, and they can move the arm as they are moving the manipulator, and they can have a, how would you say, like they could feel how much weight the arm would be picking up if they were to be picking up a real rock down underwater, and they could feel the pull of it, and
As if you were picking it up yourself.
as if you were picking it up yourself. Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Very cool. Next question I'm going to ask you, Romeo. How close have you been to Hercules and Argus, and what have you learned about the ROVs?
Well, back in my Greek days as a god, me and Hercules used to hang out a lot. So, I'm just no.
Nice.
No, those two machines were actually pretty cool. We first saw them in Galveston over at the Flower Garden Banks, and then we got a review on their capabilities this time, and we saw how they got a little bit more in-depth instruction on how to do the pre-dive, all the checklists that they have to go through and stuff, and we found a couple of things that were, could be rectified right then and there.
And a related question just came in. How much does Hercules weigh, and how tall is it?
Hercules is about
5,000.
Yeah.
5,000 pounds.
What he said.
Yeah.
And how tall is it?
I would say
6.
7, no, 8 feet. About 8 feet, 9 feet, around there.
Keep going. You're gonna run out of numbers soon enough.
I would say Hercules is about 9 feet tall and weighs
Is it that tall?
around 5,000 pounds.
Were you surprised by how big Hercules was?
Shouldn't it be tons?
Yes, I was surprised. I didn't expect him to be that big, but it's amazing.
Jacob moved it manually with his big arms.
Yeah, somehow I doubt that. But another question just came in.
Come on.
Is there anyone to guide you, or do you travel alone?
They travel with me. Parents gave us consent to transport them to the airport, and where we're at now, so that's a lot of responsibility. But luckily, these guys are mature enough to where they can handle it.
Yeah, awesome.
Except for today.
Yeah, except for when they're falling down. Next question.
And Hillary pushed them.
The next question that came in is, how many people are on the ship right now?
Oh, right now?
50?
Oh, there
50?
was 48 people
No, that was.
during the transit, and then I think a few of them went off.
34.
No, you know what? They're still on board because they're not allowed to leave until the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
48 people.
48 people.
40 around there.
And do you get to sit down and talk to the scientists?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, this morning, in fact, we did get to talk to a few of them about
Four
four
scientists.
scientists about what they do and what they studied and what they really liked, everything.
We really like the lobster lady.
The-
I don't think she took a breath while she was giving her presentation.
Yeah.
It's just, that was pretty cool.
And I've got a related question. How has it been working with Dr. Bell, with Katie?
It's been fun working with her. She showed us the first day. She showed us how to measure the air temperature, the water temperature, and the pH, the salinity, and all that. So it's been pretty fun.
Yeah, she's like incredibly super smart.
She
Yeah.
is super smart.
She reminds me of
Very
me.
smart.
She is very smart, it's true. Next question is, have you spotted any whales or seen any sharks?
I saw Jacob and I saw dolphins the first day we came on.
But not whales and sharks.
No
No.
whales and sharks.
Sadly, no. As much as if we wanted to, no.
But earlier we saw algae fish and the fish that swim sideways. I forgot what those are called.
Very cool. Too bad you guys didn't see any sharks, though. That
We
would
saw
have been
Nemo.
fun. The next question is, what have you
Yeah.
guys been
Yeah.
eating on the ship?
Well,
Oh.
a variety of foods.
We've been so chocolate wasted.
A lot of ice
Well,
cream.
they
Yeah.
have give, how would you say, a variety of meat, and it's just different food every day pretty much, and
Yeah, the
it's,
chefs are super talented.
they're really
Yeah.
talented. And this morning we had pancakes and blueberries, so it was pretty
No
cool.
syrup.
No syrup.
But they do like so much food, it's not even funny. They make enough. And the coolest thing was the doctor for the ship is also the ship steward, or the dishwasher. So I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are eating better than I am, so I'm jealous. The next question that came in is,
Yeah,
how did boot camp prepare you for this adventure?
Well, at boot camp we like kind of did the same thing that we're doing here, but we went to the Mystic Aquarium and we hung out over there and we rode a boat and we threw a line out so we can catch all these kind of animals, and we caught fish, crabs, and all this other cool stuff.
And
it's pretty fun.
over there too, we measured the salinity and the pH, the NO3, NO2 levels, and the AOK levels. And so here we're doing pretty much the same thing, and it prepared us to be here and be able to correctly analyze the water and collect the data that we needed to get.
The first time it took us a while, and then once we got into the rhythm of doing it, these guys were doing it in 5 minutes or so. The whole thing from charting, navigations to wind temperature and all that stuff.
Yeah, I heard rave reviews on how quickly you've picked things up from Katie. Another question came in about preparation, and that is, how has being a member of boys and girls clubs prepared you to be an Argonaut?
Good question.
Good, very good
Yeah, that's a
question.
good question.
Next question, please.
What?
Nah, I'm like-
Well, it usually started off with immersions, the immersions program, and that's when like I got more interested in science, and we did like field trips to Corpus, and we learned a lot about science, and so that's when Mr. Romeo told me about this, and so I did what I had to do, and I don't know about Jacob over here.
Uh, well, we prepared us to be able to come here and work with other people too in good work environment. I would
Yeah.
say.
They're like so professional over here.
It sounds like a great experience for you guys. The next question is controlling or
It is.
navigating the Nautilus complicated?
I think it's for what we've seen. You know, they didn't. They were. What is it?
Just
Kind of looked like it was on autopilot a couple times.
Yeah. a few
Yeah.
times,
The
but
The times
I'm
we went
sure.
out to go collect
yeah.
data, it looked like it was on autopilot. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody was there driving the boat, so
Well, they were there. They were just.
it looks,
They were
Uh,
keeping check on it to
yeah,
make
it
sure
looks
we
kind
were
of
going
hard
the right way.
though.
They had very complicated
About these buttons and.
Yeah, we were afraid that with Jacob falling all over the place, that he would have, you know, on a wave, he would have knocked over one of the controls and we would have went off course. And
it
Yeah.
didn't happen though.
yeah,
Well, I'm glad he didn't knock anything over that was important. The next question that came in is, have you had a swim call yet?
no.
No,
Sadly,
sadly,
no.
we did not have a swim call yet, or I don't think we're gonna be able
Swells
to
are
have
too
one.
big, and
Yeah,
been-
the waves were pretty rough to past couple of days, so
Yeah,
we weren't
so-
able to go. Plus, we were running behind schedule. The ship was running behind schedule, so we had to, you know, forfeit that opportunity.
Yeah.
But hopefully, we'll get to, you know, push Jacob overboard and save him and have some time in the water.
Well, that's
These
too
guys
bad.
Pretty fun.
these guys are comedians.
Maybe
Yeah.
next time. The next question is, what is life like on the
Next
ship?
time, we'll push Jacob over.
What is life like on the ship?
Life
Well-
is,
Cramp.
Yeah, it's kind of cramped.
but it's fun.
When you're in your
Yeah.
cabin trying to sleep, you can feel the boat like rocking and
It's like you're rocking the boat is like rocking you to sleep, and
yeah.
you're like, it's like, if you think about it, someone's like, you're a baby, and then
Somebody's rocking you to sleep.
Yeah.
So,
You certainly gain a lot of leg muscles being on the ship. But I think the first few days was trying to get accustomed to the rocking of the back and forth of the ship, and then after that you kind of get used to it,
yep.
and then just learning how to share and work with each other, and you know, being considerate. That's probably the main thing, you know, is giving a lot of courtesy to the other people around. It's very important when you're on a ship.
Very
Probably
important.
getting a lot of weight over here too. I mean, the food is
From
so
all the
good
food.
too. So.
Note to self: don't throw up facing the wind.
Yeah, that's a good note to self. The next question is sort of goes along with this rocking and life at sea. Have any of the Argonauts gotten seasick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, all four of us, as a matter, including Romeo.
Anyway.
Today, basically.
Yeah, it was Jacob, Colin, and I. We all got seasick. And
Yeah. At times
was
on
not
the trip,
pretty.
we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think a couple of us met Ralph.
the
that was pretty
guy.
interesting.
Yeah.
Colin
Well-
met Ralph, I think, the first day or the second day.
Second day.
Well, it sounds like you guys are feeling better now with your
Yep.
chocolate ice cream.
Romeo, I
so.
think you should.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
we are. Well,
Yeah.
I am.
The next
I think
question
we
that's
regret giving Hilary chocolate ice cream.
the next question that's come in is, what has surprised you so far on your trip?
What has supplied us? What do you mean? What
Surprised
kind of
you?
supplies did we bring?
Surprised. Like
Oh.
surprise.
I think you said supplies.
Oh, well, for me, what surprised me was how big Argus and Hercules was. That surprised me a lot.
The thing that surprised me was I did not know Hercules was very delicate and that Hercules cannot go into the water without Argus. Argus is like his partner in crime. So that was pretty interesting and surprising to me.
Well, the next question that came in is how will your experience on the Nautilus affect your future studies?
It will indeed help us a lot actually to, you know, get in a groove and be with it and
Get better scholarships,
Yeah.
better opportunities to get into universities.
So how will you use that experience when you return home then?
um,
You said you guys were going to tell your friends?
tell our friends.
Yeah.
I think the teachers are going to make them stand up and talk about their time here.
Have a big assembly with everyone and
Oh no.
try to, how would you say, expand the program even more to students in our school.
Yeah, we heard that a lot of schools were going to adopt the Jason curriculum into their schools because it allows them to learn something hands-on and interactive while also hitting the basics from their state exams. So that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Very cool. The next question that's come in is for someone who would like to do this for a job, what sort of academic preparation should they plan?
Um, Definitely go into mathematics, and
Mathematics and science.
science,
And
engineering,
yep.
Most
A
definitely.
lot of engineering.
technology.
But I think it also depends on what you want to do while you're on the ship. You know, if
Yes.
you want to be a scientist or you want to be an engineer working with the mechanics, or if you want to be in video production, or if you want to, learn how to control some of these ROVs. So or being the cook, we learn how to be a great chef.
Yep.
Like Jeff, Jeff Avery, very emotional man.
He's the best.
But so it all depends on what you want to do.
Yep.
And which of those jobs on the Nautilus appeal to you guys, to you students?
Um, Me, engineer, that really got me. Like would like to work on something like Hercules someday.
Yeah. Probably want to do video because it's a lot of technology and when people need help with their stuff, we'll be there to do it. And they help us with our technology too, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Very cool. The next question that's come in is what are your living quarters like? Do you have railings on your bunks?
Uh,
Yeah, we got
Yes.
railings.
With railings.
We have railings.
In
Keep
case,
it from rolling over.
In case we
Yeah.
fall.
Well, except for me, I think I got hit upside the head the other day. I rolled a big wave hit and turned around, knocked me upside the eye.
yeah, but
Memories. But
the
bunk beds?
the bunk beds, yeah, they're small and comfortable. It's perfect. Like 2 beds on each side, bunk beds, and it's really comfortable and cozy.
They're pretty fun when you're hyper because they're like a jungle gym to you.
You got to learn how to share.
Yeah,
Take care of your restrooms.
yeah.
Yep.
You
You
got
know,
Well, the next question that's
especially
come
I'm
in
not gonna say
is
Jacob in the restroom, but
the next question that's come in is what's the best part of being an Argonaut?
Oh, the best part is you get to travel and you get to like learn new things about the ocean and get collecting all the data from the water and the air and it's an
the
opportunity of a lifetime. It's like most people won't have the chance to do what we're doing, so it's pretty fun.
the what the best thing to me is being able to work with people from all over the world and being able to have that opportunity to see different cultures and being able to have great people, as
Like
you say.
me.
Not like Hillary.
Uh,
I'm kidding.
I think the best part was I guess while everybody is at school, doing their grades and stuff, we get the opportunity to go overseas to Europe. You know, that's pretty cool. That always blows my mind. While everybody else is working hard and doing everything, we get to be out on the ocean and meeting new people and learning new scientific things.
Yep.
Um, Doing the Bernie dance in Spain, I think that was pretty great.
I'm trying to post that on Facebook, but
If those of you that don't know what that is, YouTube it.
Let us know if you're interested in knowing the Bernie dance. We'll do
We'll
the Bernie dance for
we'll
you.
do it for you.
Well,
don't do it for you live right now.
well, I have time for one final
kidding.
question for you guys. We're running out of time, but I think we can squeeze one more in. And that is, what will you miss most about being on the ship?
Okay. Well, what I'll miss is probably Argus and Hercules. I mean, I really wanted to work with them and try like go and discover and see like what they can pick up and go like 1,000 feet under the ocean. The ocean, and yeah, I'll miss that. And
Um, the thing I would definitely miss is being able to go outside and smell the salty air and see the mass amount of ocean around you and seeing the sunset and the sunrise. That's
it looks
really
very
something.
beautiful.
Hit in the water, huh?
Hit in
See
the water.
the islands. Those things are cool.
Yeah.
We won't see dolphins anymore.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna miss all the different personalities there on the ship. A lot of different personalities. Some of the things that the Ukrainians play jokes on with some of the other personnel, and how some people get emotional about the mess hall. He's a pretty funny guy. But yeah, we're gonna miss all the people here.
Yep.
Well, sadly, we're all out of time, but thank you so much, Hilary, Jacob, and Romeo, for taking the time to talk to us today.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
And thank you for having us live.
And thank you to our audience for sending in all of those great questions. Now, if you want to watch more live footage from the Nautilus, feel free to head over to nautiluslive.org. We have live exploration there 24/7. We've also got more question and answer sessions coming up this week. We've got a Q&A with Dr. Bob Ballard on this Friday, October 28th at 1:30 and 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So tune in to nautiluslive.org for that. Again, I'm Jessica here at Nautilus Mission Control. Keep on exploring.